Still freelancing through the studios, I guess it was time for Ginger to give Universal a try in Don't Bet on Love, with second billing after Lou Ayres. I published the entire movie in the previous video on the Ginger Rogers playlist, but if you would rather a quicker review, here are Ginger's scenes. As to this movie, Ginger plays the long-suffering girl of a gambling addict and is fine in the role. It's a decent movie.
We could use that smile in one of our ads. Would you be interested? If you are, I'd like to keep you in mind.
Why, I'm more than interested. I feel flattered.
Well, you'll hear from me.
Oh, gee, Bill, you had me so nervous. I thought I always told you to wait upstairs, didn't I?
Yeah, and now I know why you told me. Where did those guys get off at mauling you like that?
Oh, he wasn't mauling me. It's all in the business.
And that's why I'm not so strong for having my girl in that kind of a business.
We had that out once before, didn't we?
All I can say is if they do that with their hands over the table, what do they do with their knees under the table?
You would think of something like that.
Well, what do you expect me to think after what I've just seen?
I can take care of myself, Bill. You should know that. And, by the way, why all this splurge tonight?
No splurge. We don't have to eat at Nick's place every Saturday night, do we? All right, Mrs. Sloan.
Why, Bill, everyone's dressed in here.
To hear you talk, you'd think we were naked.
How'd you happen to know about this place?
Oh, I fixed some pipes here a couple of weeks ago. Good evening. We have your table ready for you, Mr. Baldwin. Mr. Baldwin's table. Yes, sir. Right this way. See, baby? There's nothing to it when you got the money. You know, it's very nice, sir. I'll do my own ordering, thank you. We'll have the dinner.
But, Bill, it's just like throwing money away. $3.50 for a dinner? Why,
How can you talk about money or food when they're playing music like that? There's only one thing I feel like talking about. You know what that is? I've got a birthday next week. Would you like to make me a present?
Sure, what is it?
Marry me. Why not?
You know why, Bill.
You mean on account of my playing the horses?
And I'm going to keep on saying no until you do as I asked you 2 years ago. Stop playing the horses and save $1,000.
All I need's one good day and I'll win 1,000 or more. I'm a cinch.
I'm afraid to marry you, Bill. I don't want to take that kind of a gamble.
Well, everything's a gamble. When you cross the street at 6-2 and even, you won't make it. Look what I did today. $250 with a $5 bill.
Yeah, now you're trying to spend it all in one night like a drunken sailor.
But look who I'm spending it.
I don't want you to spend your money on me like this, Bill.
Then why don't you marry?
Bill, I want you to promise me something.
Sure. Anything. What is it?
I want you to put that $200 in the bank Monday morning and not touch it to play a horse.
Why, they sure were swell dancers, weren't they?
Well, what do you say? Are you going to open that bank account Monday morning? You gave me a promise.
That's right, I did, didn't you?
If you love me, you'll do it.
All right. It goes in the bank Monday morning. There'll be no more gambling, And I won't throw another penny away.
Cigarette?
Oh. Now on, I'm going to save my money. Keep the change.
Thank you. Hello, Bill.
Molly,
Good morning.
where are you going?
I was on my way to the shop to get you.
To get me? What for?
I thought we might walk around to the bank together.
Well, you didn't think I'd go back on my word, did you?
No, but I thought you might have a little trouble finding a bank, so I've got one all picked out for you.
No food.
No, fooling.
Well, you know, banks are not so safe these days.
This one is, Bill. It's been in business over 80 years.
Yeah, but I got to be on a job at 9:30, and the banks are open till 3.
Where is that money?
Right here. Here it is, $200.
Correct. $200. Here's your bank book, Mr. McCaffrey. We're very happy to have your account. And if the bank can be of any service to you, just call on us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Here it is, honey. $200 in black and white.
Oh, that's a great start, Bill. Now all you have to do is save $20 out of your salary each week, and you'll have that $1,000 in no time.
Sure, it's a cinch. I make $26 a week. Out of that, I can put 20 in the bank and still have $6 left to squander just on incidentals like food and taxi cabs, stepping out with you.
You're kidding, but I'm serious. Well, lots of people have become rich in the plumbing business.
Plumbing. That's a swell racket. All I ever see of any house is just one room.
Bill, if we're going to catch that picture on the second show, we'd better get started.
Look, do you really want to see that picture?
What do you think?
Hey, anytime you two are ready to go to sleep, I'll have all the lights in the park turned off.
Why, what's the matter?
What are you doing here?
Nothing.
Well, if not, it's your own fault. Can't you read those keep off the grass signs?
I didn't see any.
Well, take a walk and you'll fall over a dozen of them.
Bet he's a bachelor. Everywhere you go, you see signs. Don't do this, don't do that. Keep off the grass. Keep moving. Stop this, stop that.
But there's one thing they can't stop.
What's that, baby?
They can't stop us from getting married after you get that $1,000 in the bank.
Look, what if I was to tell you I already had it?
$1,000? Why, all you had last Thursday was... Bill, you didn't bet that money on the races.
I didn't touch the money in the bank. If you don't believe me, here's the book to prove it. Now, all you said was if I had $1,000, you'd marry me.
That wasn't the understanding. I said if you'd stop playing the horses and save $1,000.
Oh, I wanted to do it your way, but I just couldn't wait that long.
But I was willing to wait.
I didn't want to marry an old woman. Well, I know I broke my promise, but I saw a chance to get that 1,000, and I loved you so much, I just did it.
You'll never give it up.
I give you my word, I'll never gamble again.
Something tells me you will.
Bet you 100 it won't.
There you go.
Well, all I wanted to win was enough for us to get married on and buy you this.
Bill, why can't you see things my way?
Okay, from now on, I'll do anything you say. Oh, come on, Molly.
Molly, can I see you a minute?
Sure. Excuse me, Mom. Run along.
Molly, where are you and Bill going on your honeymoon?
To Saratoga.
Well, I thought all young couples went to Niagara Falls.
That's the reason Bill suggested some other place. He thought I'd like Saratoga, especially this time of year.
You want to know why he really wants to go to Saratoga? The races start there Monday.
Thanks. Oh, Bill, may I see you a minute?
Oh, Scotty, will you finish this dance out for me?
Sure.
I hope I'm not too heavy.
No. You know, you'd make a great anchor for a ship.
Honey, you got just 20 minutes before you become Mrs. William McCaffrey.
Bill, I want to ask you something. Just exactly why did you want to go to Saratoga?
I told you. The minute you go to Niagara Falls, everyone spots you for newlyweds. It's like going around with a just married sign on your back.
Then we could have gone to Atlantic City.
Well, I picked Saratoga because it's high up in the mountains and nice air. Oh, you'll love it up there.
That isn't the reason you want to go to Saratoga. The reason is the horses start there Monday.
The horses?
Yeah, the horses on the merry-go-round. You know what horses I mean.
Now, this is a fine time to start an argument on our wedding day.
I don't want to argue with you. I agreed to marry you on one condition. And now, even when we're going on our honeymoon, you can't forget the horses. You'll never give up gambling. It's not in the cards. I don't think we ought to go through with this.
Oh, but I gave you my word.
That's just it. You've always given me your word, only you've never kept it. I've lost all my faith in you. And as long as I have no faith in you, I won't marry
Well,
you.
you don't know what you're saying. You can't call off the wedding.
Can't I?
Come along, children. It's time for the wedding.
There's not going to be any wedding.
No wedding?
That's what I said. There's not going to be any wedding. You are?
Well, I told you we could use that smile of yours. Would you like to do some commercial posing tomorrow?
Why, I'd love to. What is it?
It's a toothpaste ad. You give me your home phone number, and I'll call you this evening and let you know more about it.
All right.
Hi, Mr. McKelvey.
Fine, Snowflake.
Trafalgar 3, 7492. Thanks so much for keeping me in mind.
Oh, don't mention it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, I see your boyfriend's still trying.
He's not my boyfriend, and he's not trying. And even if he were, what about it?
Nothing. Say, can I see you a minute?
I'm very busy.
I don't see any customers.
Well, I've got something else to do.
Well, wait a minute. I want a manicure.
I gave you a manicure this morning.
Well, come on. Polish him or something. I want to talk.
There's nothing to talk about.
Yes, there is. Molly, you don't believe that story they have in the newspapers about me, do you?
I haven't read it. I'm not concerned with your affairs.
Oh, I know how you feel, but it does concern you. There's a girl suing me for breach of promise.
I'm not interested. What kind of little girl is she?
Gold digger type, you know, bleach blonde.
I'd much rather not hear any more about it.
Well, I've got the paper right here.
I'd want to look at it.
Oh, I wish you'd read it.
Listen, Bill. When you walked out of that room and went to Saratoga, that washed us up. That was the finish.
Well, we're not washed up. And I'm going to prove to you that all this bunk about me and that Williams dame is just a frame-up to shake me down. Why, that nerve of that dame putting a thing like that in the paper. Look at that.
I told you a dozen times I don't want to look at it.
So you're not interested, huh?
Yes, I read it. And I don't blame the girl.
Molly, the letters that Williams dame is holding are the ones that you sent back to me. She stole them out of my pocket.
She must have been pretty close to you to get them out of your pocket. Not that I care. It's none of my business.
Well, it is your business. And I'm going to settle this thing right now.
Well, Bill.
Hello, Mrs. Gilbert.
I'm glad to see you. You're quite a stranger.
Well, I feel like one. Say, is Molly in? I've got to see her.
Well, I don't know. I'll go and ask her.
Well, I know she doesn't want to see me, but tell her it's important.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. She's not in a very cheerful mood.
Why should I be? I have every reason in the world not to be in a cheerful mood.
Now, Molly, that's no way to act. Give Bill a chance to explain.
I wouldn't believe him on a stack of Bibles.
Well, I don't blame you for being sore. I lied to you about gambling, but I didn't lie to you about these.
What are those?
Letters I wrote to Molly. She returned them to me unopened.
Molly.
If you want to know the truth, I did read them. Only I sealed them up again.
So you did read them. Well, it's a fine time to tell me. They cost me $2,000.
That's too bad.
But I got it back.
I don't care. How'd you do it?
Well, she stole them from me, so I just stole them back from her.
Never mind. Nobody asked you. Hello? Oh, how do you do, Mr. Cunningham? Yes, I was waiting for you to call. Well, that suits me fine.
Yeah, well, it don't suit me.
No, that wasn't me. It was just a friend of the family's trying to be funny. Yes. All right, I'll meet you at 9. Goodbye.
Now I'm gonna really show you how to gamble.
Can't get her off your mind, can you, Bill?
I hope you don't think I'm still in love with her. Because I am.
There he is. Now remember, don't you tell him I brought you here.
I won't.
Who told you I was here?
Why,
I know what you're gonna say, but you're picking a fine time to say it.
I didn't come out here to let you down. You're not going to hold out after all this, are you?
I suppose next you'll be telling me I should have stuck to plumbing.
You've been a plumber right along, but you're the only one who didn't know it.
Hello, Palsy. I gotta give you this fast. I got information for tomorrow that's right from the feedback.
Thanks, Lucky. You know I never play tips.
Never play tips? Ridiculous. When Lucky Miller gives you a tip, play it. I've been picking them for 20 years.
You gave me, did I, sir?
I'm sorry I didn't give it all to you.
The place looks great, doesn't it, Bill?
Well,
No, I'm going to take that trip to Ireland.
When are you going?
I'll be hooking the rail right after the wedding.
well, from now on, McCaffrey & Son will be the biggest plumbers in town.
I could give you a little kiss for that.
Why just a little?
Hey, Ray Clean.
Scotty.
Hi, Bill. Hello, Molly.
You got your old job back.
Yeah, look at that horse. It's Lady Lightning.
Wow.
Get up. And she's as good as ever. Get up. Get up.
Oh, she's better.
Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Please like and subscribe.